Back to AccuWeather Prime, and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. We've got video coming in from all across the country, including some of the flashes of lightning, the heavy rainfall in Pennsylvania. We've got snow coming down in Washington, and we're still digging out some of that snow across parts of the high Sierra, too. More on that in a moment, but our top stories include the flight cancellations. Unfortunately, this time of year, as we get out of the winter season, go into that summer season, we tend to find more cancellations. Summer day, we average about 100 to 300 flight cancellations. On a winter day, we usually average about 50 to 100 flight cancellations across the U.S. We're kind of in the in-between pattern here, but closer to that summer threat. 1 to 300 is roughly what we've got in the days to come due to some of the thunderstorm activity that's going to be going on. And a lot of that comes from the wet weather on the east as we go throughout Wednesday. You'll notice places like Atlanta starting off with a little bit of rain, so that could slow down the early part of the day there. Meanwhile, Los Angeles dealing with showers and thunderstorms here. So we've got a couple of different areas we'll have us again, so watch out for the thunderstorms there. Bismarck, it's some snow showers for you, mostly in the morning, then things quiet down. Casper, also a little bit of rain out there. You look at Raleigh, morning rainfall, trying to move out. We could have a little bit more activity on the backside of the day, but it is a wet day. Places like Miami, West Palm Beach, I think there's really going to be some big challenges because of the heavy rainfall. Into Buffalo, minor delays mostly through the morning. This frontal boundary is moving east. Same thing for Montreal, but Boston more persistent as we go through the later afternoon and evening hours. And check out the rain here. It's an afternoon evening threat in Philadelphia and New York, but for Baltimore and Washington, D.C., that rain lasts for a good chunk of the day. So expect the slowdowns to continue here and travel to be impacted. Puddling and ponding on the roadways there. It's only been a few. It is a wet week in the east and starts with a wet Wednesday as it works its way through the mid-Atlantic states. This low pressure system brings not only heavy rain, but the potential for some localized flooding. So that will be one of the concerns as we go through Wednesday and into Thursday with this storm system. The rain moving back into Pittsburgh, keeping them at 60s instead of 70s of days before. Meanwhile, we're drying out towards the south. Places like Jackson, dry. Atlanta, morning showers for you as the storm works its way through places like Richmond, Washington, D.C., and moving into New York City for the afternoon. You can see it lifting northward as the frontal boundary keeps pushing it east, so it's going to move northeast off the coast. It takes its time to do so, though. We got some heavy rain throughout Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, and then look at Thursday. As we get into early Thursday, it's moving offshore slowly, but it keeps bringing at least some moisture into New England as we head throughout the day on Thursday, which is why southern New England will pick up the most rain from this storm system. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches of rain through places like Rhode Island and along the coast, even into New Jersey. We could actually see some places with 2 to 4 inches of rainfall. However, Thursday, as that storm system moves out, there's a whole nother one working its way on in. Thunderstorms forming in Little Rock and places like Dallas, looking at the risk for severe weather. That threat fires up Thursday afternoon and heads into Thursday night along the I-20 corridor. Isolated tornadoes are a possibility as well as large hail. And this storm pattern brings more heavy rain just in time for the weekend across the south. So we'll be looking at a flood threat on top of the risk for severe weather, which is highlighted Friday from the I-20 corridor to the I-10 corridor and the Gulf Coast with isolated tornadoes and large hail potential.